You're watching the news on Mirror now. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines. Waterlogged roads, traffic jams and electrocution. Pre-monsoon showers exposes Delhi's lack of readiness for the monsoon. Is Delhi heading for a gridlock? Bengaluru also far from rain ready after heavy flooding. Civic worker dragged into a stormwater drain. Search operations underway. Major arterial roads still under repairs in the city of Mumbai, but 9 days to go for the BMC's deadline to end. Will Mumbai be ready in time? Was IAS officer Anurag Tewari death murdered in Lucknow? Now police registers an FIR, case also transferred to the CBI. Kerala Chief Minister lauded her bravery, but Congress MP Shashi Tharoor questions her, says the 23-year-old rape survivor should not have taken the law in her hands. Straight up to our top story, onto some breaking news coming in. Mystery over IAS officer Anurag Tewari's death continues to deepen with every passing day. And now the big breaking news that we're bringing you is the case has been transferred to the CBI. The police has already registered a murder case. An FIR has been registered against unknown persons. Earlier, the bereaved family of deceased IAS officer Anurag Tewari met with the UP CM Yogi Adityanath. Remember, Anurag Tewari, a Karnataka cadre IAS officer, was found dead outside a state guest house in Lucknow. His brother claims that the late officer had cited threat to his life in the past, and what makes the circumstances of his death more questionable is the fact that his phone records have gone missing. On that note, we have Amir joining us with more details on the phone line. Amir, a high-level probe has been initiated in this case. The case has been transferred to the CBI.
Well, yes, the UP police, as far as investigation is concerned, was already probing this case by way of a special investigation team, which was headed by a circle officer, DSP rank officer here in state capital Lucknow. But the case finally will be with the CBI, because today the Principal Secretary Home, Arvind Kumar, in a press conference had made it clear. In fact, the UP government's intentions are clear. He says that in due time, the case will actually be transferred over to CBI. It's a little drawn process, so it will take a couple of days before the formalities are completed. But then this is final now, that the state government now intends to transfer the case to the CBI, and the IAS Anurag Tewari's murder mystery will finally be unraveled by the CBI. Now, this becomes very pertinent because this involves investigation which spans over two states: Uttar Pradesh, where he belonged to, the Bahraich district, and Lucknow state capital, wherein he was found murdered in the a little distance from the state guest house where he was staying. And it also involves Karnataka, because remember, he's a Karnataka cadre IAS officer, and his close family members have raised very pointed evidences therein, which in fact point towards a conspiracy behind his murder, behind his unnatural and mysterious death. And they clearly say that he was under a lot of duress and pressure. He was being asked to sign certain papers that he did not want to sign. Also, he wanted to kind of reveal a scam within the Food and Civil Supplies Department on which he was consistently working, but perhaps his seniors and certain politicians were averse to the idea and were therefore applying a lot of pressure. So it emerges that the entire case of his unnatural, mysterious death is hidden behind a lot of intrigue, layers of intrigue, which will need to be unraveled by the CBI team, which finally gets down to investigating the case.
Also tell us, Amir, now the mystery over the IAS officer's death continues. An FIR has finally been registered. What details are you picking up? Also, the family is alleging conspiracy. You spoke to the victim's family.
Well, as far as the family is concerned, not just are they quoting all such WhatsApp conversations the phone conversation that they had with Anurag Tewari. But they're also pointing towards very pertinent facts that have come out of the post-mortem report, as well as the kind of initial investigation that they were also privy to, that the police was doing around the guest house. He was found dead. And they say that, there are glaring loopholes in the kind of investigation that the police has conducted, because clearly the police did not seal the guest house room wherein Anurag Tewari was staying. It was rented out to other occupants as soon as the police completed their initial investigation. Also, the policemen who reached the spot after being informed of his body lying there, they turned the body towards the other side. They did not take initial pictures of the position that the body was found into. Also, several lacunas have also come up as far as forensic investigation is concerned, because ideally it's a very clear process through which the forensic evidences are picked up by the team. That did not happen in this case. The post-mortem report is inconclusive. It does not point towards a clear evidence as regards his death or the cause of death. So therefore, they also wait for viscera report to come up before they can conclusively infer about his death. So a lot of mystery surrounding his death as far as physical evidence is concerned, and also as far as threats on his life are concerned from Karnataka. So therefore, it's a long-drawn investigation that perhaps a premier investigating agency like CBI could only have done. So therefore, the contentions of the family are very glaring. They spoke to the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath at length this afternoon, and it is perhaps only after that state government has come to the conclusion that this entire probe should be handed over to the CBI.
Amir getting us details saying that the post-mortem reports remain inconclusive and that the CBI is probing this case now. Thank you so much for getting us those details. Remember, the mystery over the IS officer's death continues as he allegedly was going to expose scams worth thousands of crores of rupees. Now, the CBI is probing this case. We'll get to more details as and when we get them here on Mirror Now. Moving on now, we're continuing our campaign to find out whether our cities are rain ready ahead of the monsoons. The rains have already claimed 3 lives in megacities. 2 men were electrocuted in New Delhi, while in Bengaluru, 1 man was washed away into a stormwater drain. It could not be more evident than ever. Megacities once again this year are not rain ready. Half an hour of pre-monsoon showers exposed Delhi's rain readiness. Streets were waterlogged and traffic snarls were reported across the national capital region. Milan gets us more details.
Is Delhi prepared for monsoon? As you can see around me, this entire stretch of road is known as Vikas Marg, which is near Nirman Vihar. And currently, at about in the afternoon time, you can see that there is a massive bottleneck that has been created because this particular drain has not been desilted by PWD. In fact, this entire area falls in the East Municipal Corporation, under which the report submitted by PWD mentions that the desilting work began on 15th of March and has yet to be completed because only 6% of this particular drain has been desilted at this point of time. In fact, what we see now, it is not a peak hour, and yet cars and motorcycles are having a tough time traversing through this route. In New Delhi, this is Milan Sharma for Mirror Now.
We in fact also spoke to residents of the city. They say government is too busy. They have no vision to make the city rain ready.
दिल्ली में जरा सी बारिश हो जाए तो सब ट्रैफिक जाम और कीचड़, पानी भर जाता है, नालों के ऊपर आ जाता है। ये कॉमन है। और मैं बल्कि छोटे-छोटे शहरों में देख के आया हूँ, मैं रह के आया हूँ, अभी मैं छिंदवाड़ा में भी रहा। वहाँ पर छोटे शहर में भी इतना पानी नहीं भरता।
में अभी तक किसी भी नाले की सफाई होते हुए नहीं देखी है। बिल्कुल जो है जब बारिश आने के 15 दिन पहले वो शुरू करेंगे तभी जो है पूरा रोड पे पानी भरा होगा उस टाइम पे।
नाला खुलने के बाद में कूड़ा तो रोड पे डाल देते हैं, लेकिन वो कूड़ा 6 महीने तक नहीं उठता है। अभी प्रेसिडेंट आए थे तब तो थोड़ा बहुत साफ था, लेकिन उसमें भी इन्होंने रोड नहीं बनाया। पैसे ले लिए होंगे, पक्की बात है, इन्होंने रोड बनाने की कि हमने ये कर दिया है वो कर दिया है, लेकिन अभी तक हम लोगों को कोई राहत नहीं है। यहाँ पे
ऐसे ही है, यहाँ बहुत बहुत दिक्कत है यहाँ, बार बार नाला बंद हो जाता है, रोड छोटी है, जाम होती है, पीने का पानी नहीं है यहाँ हमारे गड्डी में इधर इधर। और हर साल बोलते हैं पानी आएगा, हम टैंकर से पानी मंगा के गुजारा करते हैं।
रोड का इतना बुरा हाल है, जगह जगह गड्ढे हैं, गाड़ी चलाना मुश्किल हो रहा है। आए दिन सस्पेंसर गाड़ी के लगाने पड़ते हैं, हमें टायर चेंज करने पड़ते हैं। तो हम चाहते हैं प्रशासन की तरफ से कुछ यहाँ कुछ हेल्प हो।
रोड पर रोड पर पेड़ टूटे हुए हैं, पूरे जाम लगे हुए हैं, इतने तंगड़े कि रात भर काली हो गई बड़े बड़े गाड़ियों में, भूखे प्यासे। तो प्रशासन को समाधान नहीं कर रहे। गटरों के जब सीवर जाम पड़े हैं, पूरे रोडों पानी भर जाता है, उनको कोई समाधान नहीं करना चाहिए समाधान।
Well, it's a similar story in South Delhi as well. Storm water drains are yet to be desilted.
The monsoon preparedness in Delhi can be judged from the fact that none of these drains have been desilted. Right over here, after the fresh monsoon showers, is the water that has been collected in a ditch that was dug for some work to be done in the construction of this road. Right behind me, you see an open manhole right here, which has not been closed for a long period of time. And even though the government is working on desilting roads, nothing has been done for this particular area in Paryavaran complex. In New Delhi, this is Milan Sharma for Mirror Now.
Is this a clear display of the government's failure? That's what we're asking here on Mirror Now. Netas believe that people and media have a short-term memory, but Mirror Now keeps a tab on every promise that our netas make to get your votes. Listen in to Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia and Delhi BJP Chief Anurag Tewari promising to make the city mosquito-free.
आपने डेंगू वाली पार्टी को, मैं आपके बच्चे का अपने अस्पताल में फ्री में इलाज तो करा दूंगा, लेकिन डेंगू हो ही क्यों आपके बच्चे को? तो अगर आपके घर में कल को कोई डेंगू, चिकनगुनिया, मलेरिया से बीमार होता है, फिर ये समझ लेना आप ही जिम्मेदार हो, क्योंकि आपने डेंगू वाली पार्टी को वोट दिया, आपने चिकनगुनिया वाली पार्टी को वोट दिया, आपने मच्छरों वाली पार्टी को वोट दिया, आपने गंदगी वाली पार्टी को वोट दिया।
कूड़ा मुक्त दिल्ली और जो मच्छरों से होने वाली बीमारियां हैं उनकी रोकथाम के लिए लगातार स्प्रे, लगातार छिड़काव दवाइयों का, क्योंकि फॉगिंग तो अगस्त के पहले नहीं कर सकते हम लोग, उससे इंसान को नुकसान होता है, तो हम ये सारे उपाय पे पहला 4 महीना देना चाहते हैं। कूड़ा मुक्त दिल्ली हमारा सबसे बड़ा उद्देश्य है, वही अभियान है। स्वस्थ दिल्ली हो और स्वच्छ दिल्ली हो।
पूरी दिल्ली को मच्छरों से मुक्त बनाने के लिए एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रपोजल बनाया जाए। उसमें भारत सरकार के, दिल्ली सरकार के, नगर निगम के सभी अधिकारी शामिल हों और जो भी जिम्मेदार अधिकारी हैं वो एक पूरा कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्रपोजल बनाएं कि दिल्ली में कोने कोने में जो भी मच्छर की समस्या है, जहाँ जहाँ भी मच्छर जनरेट होते हैं, पूरी दिल्ली को मच्छर फ्री कैसे बनाया जाए। और इसमें नेबरिंग स्टेट्स के डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स जो हैं, जो नेबरिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं एनसीआर रीजन के, उनके भी अधिकारियों को बुलाया जाए।
On to some news coming in now. The Lieutenant Governor, we understand, has constituted a high-level committee to make sure that there is no desilting problem, there is no waterlogging problem in the city of Delhi. He's constituted a high-level committee to look after desilting of drains and open manholes in the city. Now, the committee comprises various agencies, including the Public Works Department, the 3 municipal corporations, Delhi Cantonment, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation and the New Delhi Municipal Council, among others. It will be headed by the PWD Secretary. In fact, we have Apurva joining us on the phone line with more details. Apurva, a high-level committee formed there to ensure there's no waterlogging issue in Delhi?
Absolutely, Amita. The Lieutenant Governor of Delhi has constituted a high-level committee to resolve the biggest problem of waterlogging during monsoons. Remember, we have seen so many areas in Delhi still reeling under problems of waterlogging and open drainage system that actually leads to a lot of fatalities. So this is the reason why they've constituted a high-level committee to resolve the problem of waterlogging during monsoons. In fact, the panel has prepared a plan to desilt all 163 major drains in the city by June 15th, and the committee is also going to coordinate the desilting work among different agencies so that they don't end up pointing fingers at each other. And that is how it has been in the past few months, how the Delhi government and the MCD are constantly pointing fingers at each other, and it is the citizens of Delhi who are bearing the effect of all of this. And the committee, as you rightly pointed out, comprises of agencies including the PWD, the 3 municipal corporations, and also the DMRC, among others, and it will be headed by the PWD secretary, and he will be the one to head the committee. In fact, it is also said that the PWD will be in charge of a 1260-kilometer stretch of road in the national capital, while the rest will fall under the jurisdiction of the civic bodies. So this is the entire committee which will look after the main problem of waterlogging during monsoon, which also leads to dengue and chikungunya. And if you remember, the Delhi government had in its first review meeting categorically pointed out that they will be coordinating with a lot of agencies and bring them under the ambit so that they can effectively work in a way, in a better manner to tackle the outbreak of dengue and chikungunya, which could happen in the July 1st week or the second week on the onset of the monsoon. So these are some of the preparedness that the Delhi government is taking along with the Lieutenant Governor to make sure that the citizens of Delhi are given a safe environment, and it is not there is no more issues of dengue and chikungunya, and also the traffic is maintained in those areas.
Apurva, then tell us, the Delhi High Court we know has come down heavily on the state government for their lack of preparedness in controlling vector-borne diseases. We know the actual season is between July and December, but so far, what are the numbers looking like?
Well, Amita, the Delhi government has pulled up the state government as well as the MCD on chikungunya and dengue preparedness, asking why no steps have been taken to create awareness. And it has also sought reply from the concerned parties within the next 2 days, saying that they are not satisfied with the kind of paperwork that is happening. So the Delhi government has come down heavily on the state government as well as the MCD, because till May, as much as 89 cases of chikungunya and 36 cases of dengue has already been reported in the capital. And as I said, the review meeting was conducted by the Delhi government to ensure that they are absolutely prepared for any kind of outbreak in dengue and chikungunya. But it seems that the Delhi High Court has made a statement saying that there is not enough awareness, which is rightly so among a lot of areas in low-lying Delhi, where they're still not aware of what needs to be done if there is an outbreak of this sort, or which authorities to contact if they see an open drainage hole or there is stagnant water with mosquitoes breeding on it. So these are some awareness measures that the government needs to put into action so that the citizens are aware and they know what to do at the time when there is an actual outbreak. So that is why the Delhi government has come down heavily on the state government, asking them to come up with a reply within the next 2 days on what kind of preparedness or what kind of awareness that needs to be done, or what kind of awareness that should be in place as far as the dengue and chikungunya preparedness is concerned.
Right, the Delhi High Court, they're coming down heavily on the state government. And in fact, the LG of Delhi has also constituted a high-level committee to look after desilting of drains and open manholes in the city. Apurva Sridhar getting us those details. In the meantime, we also have James John of Agni joining us on the phone line. James, tell us this. We know, of course, the Delhi High Court has come down heavily on the state government. So far, reports also have suggested that about 89 cases of chikungunya and 39 cases of dengue have already been reported since January. How much worse is it going to get, do you think?
It's going to help out, because it's some authorities who put pressure on such bodies, that is where action starts coming up. Now, the way that you have said is that they are from the committee. Like if you look at Mumbai, there is nothing at all. Mumbai, it's like you don't know who is going to do what or who is not going to do what. That is the situation. So it is a good, let's say it's a boom that at least the High Court is taking up a stand, but this stand, instead of the High Court, has to be taken by the authorities, because a layperson does not know. I'll just give an example. Yesterday somebody asked me, James, this drain is not desilted, what do I do? So the first question that I had to ask that person is, which is that drain? Is it a minor drain? Is it a major drain? Because all are different bodies, and if these different bodies are the ones which creates the problem, because there is no one coordinating body. When there is no coordinating body, the problem is you don't have a clean environment. Once you don't have a clean environment, you have all the sicknesses come in. The vector-borne diseases have risen so highly. And finally, your quality of life is bad. It's like the value, there is no human value. Human being does not have a value.
So how much worse do you think it's going to get, James? Because we've seen just last year that Delhi saw one of the worst outbreaks when it came to chikungunya.
It's like till you're prepared and till you're proactive. Now this shows a proactive stance by the authorities, but it has to be followed up with the next step of getting or ensuring that the cleanliness is there, water stagnation is not there, and the water gets drained off. If the drains are not desilted, water stagnation will be there. During rains, the fresh water is there, which gives rise to all these vector-borne diseases, which gives rise. So here is giving an order or coming out with an order, not following up by the authorities with action doesn't result in anything. It increases the level, because what we are and the authorities are more interested in paperwork. It's not paperwork, and they happily say, okay, so many cases reported. It's like, why did one case also get reported? We should have ensured that there should not be any such sickness. That is their obligatory duty.
Right. Thank you so much for coming on Mirror now there. So far, we know, of course, that the LG has constituted a high-level committee to check into waterlogging issues in the city of Delhi. And the Delhi High Court has also wrapped the state government. We keep a very close watch on the story. Moving on now, heavy rains in Bengaluru claimed one life. A 35-year-old man was washed away while he was supervising the construction of a stormwater drain in Bengaluru's Kurubarahalli area. Rescue operations continue. Bengaluru's Development Minister KJ George, BBMP Mayor and the Commissioner visited the spot to oversee search operations.
Actually, if you look at the background of the incident, we have taken up construction of stormwater drains for about 230 kilometers length. All those which were kacha drains, now we have concrete walls on both the ends, and we have a concrete bed, and we are putting up the fence. Yesterday what happened, one of the agencies who have been entrusted this work, they were doing their work, and after the work is over, all of them came out. One person, since it started raining, he was inside the Hitachi. And after some time, we found that the water levels are increasing. Since we have cleared, lot of silt, the pressure was very high, and he couldn't come out of the drain, and he was washed away. So immediately we have deployed the fire brigades and this one civil defense team, and we have this rescue teams are also operating. More than 50 people are working there.
It seems even the Mumbaikars will have to brace themselves for traffic jams, as the civic body BMC is yet to complete pre-monsoon work on more than 300 roads. In fact, only 45% of pre-monsoon road repair work is complete, and the deadline is nearing. Of course, Disha Shah gets us this report from Bandra area of the city.
Only 45% of the pre-monsoon road repair work and 60% of the trenching work is done on ground as per the BMC's latest data, and what we are just 8 days away from the pre-monsoon deadline, that's 31st of May. And of course, you can see the ground reality. The work is still yet incomplete. Of course, when we spoke to the BMC officials, what they tell us is that 300 roads, major arterial roads, are under repair right now. And I'm also standing here in SV Road in Bandra, which gets inundated, which gets flooded every year. And this is what the ground reality is. We are just a week away from the monsoon, and citizens here, what they fear, it is yet again going to be a shoddy job. In fact, when we spoke to the supervisor here, what he told us is that this work will easily take 2 to 3 more weeks to complete. But of course, that is not according to the deadline, that's May 31st. And lastly, what BMC claims is that Mumbai will definitely be rain ready. Citizens won't have to face bumpy rides anymore, because they will complete the huge task of repairing all the roads, 300 roads by 31st of May. This is Isha Shah for Mirror Now.
Now on your screens are visuals from last monsoon. This is what Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru went through. We keep a close eye on cities across India once again to ensure that at least this time our cities are rain ready as the national capital stares at the crisis this monsoon season. On the urban debate, we ask, has the Delhi government failed its citizens? Moving on now, as the tourists throng the Kashmir Valley amid summer vacations, the famous Dal Lake of Kashmir is going under a beautification and cleaning drive. The administration is working round the clock to restore the lake.
हाँ, काम तो ज़रूरी है डल का, हर कोई देखने के लिए यही आते हैं। कश्मीर में जो डल है हर कोई देखने के लिए आता है। काम चल रहा है अभी
जी, इससे बहुत बेनिफिट मिल रहा है। यहाँ पे जो बाहर से टूरिस्ट आते हैं यहाँ पर, इनको यहाँ पे मतलब रास्ते की कोई दिक्कत नहीं आ रही है। ये जो किश्तियाँ चल रही है सर, इनको कोई फॉल्ट नहीं आ रहा है। यहाँ पे अच्छे चल रहे हैं, बहुत सारे टूरिस्ट आ रहे हैं सर यहाँ पे।
इस टाइम हमारे 3 हार्वेस्टर चल रहे हैं, वो आपने देखे भी अभी चलते हुए, और हमारी 32 सेक्शन में काम चल रहा है। जहाँ से डल गेट से लेके हजरतबल तक हमारा काम चल रहा है, और हर सेक्शन में हमने लेबर डाली हुई है।
ये तो बहुत है, इसी से तो सारा जैसे जितना ही साफ रहेगा, जस्ट टूरिस्ट आता है वो जितना ही क्लीन होता है वो इम्प्रेस होता है।
That's a wrap on the news here on Mirror Now. Stay with us.